Through silver shafts of sunlight, the king of the pod arrives. Beside him, the queen glides in shining grace. To the throne of coral they swim.
This episode is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin Television. I am Raymond. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy of books and ruler of the greatest pod on YouTube. I would like to welcome you all to Wave Making Wednesdays. Tonight is going to be a special one. I'm hoping that this segment is going to take off, so to speak, and because I wanted to start talking about military aircraft. So once a month or once every 2 months, I'm probably going to start getting people who have worked the environment, served our country, and talk about the airframes that they flew in. So for tonight's inaugural episode, we have, and you know him, he is the Lego Man, author in his own right, and he was also Air Force retired, Master Sergeant Alex Taylor. You know him as Brick Plania, right? Plania, Brick Plania, Lego maker. Lego creator extraordinaire, and of course I have proof of that. He was the creator of the Devilry of the Dolphin Wars books. So before we get started, as always, if you enjoy the things that we do here, if you love the interviews, if you love the readings of the Dolphin Wars books, and also if you love the chaos of Just Cuz, please like, subscribe, and chat and engage. That way we can keep the anger rhythm at bay. And also, if you are so inclined, do as FKHC. Please do what FKHC has pinned on the chats. Tonight he has said, don't be on Snorty and Trike's radar. Give a super chat, a sticker, or something in the tip link here. And the tip link is right there, thanks to Sonora Boopers. Because I'm sure you don't want these two characters. You don't want these two characters knocking at your door, asking you for money. No, you don't want these two shysters there. And of course, they're in the Top Gun thing. The Top Gun thing for this particular show got sunglasses, and they are ready to go. So let me welcome everybody who is here right now. I'm sure people will be arriving eventually. We have John the Beagle Dad. Welcome, sir. And then we have, for our magnificent lifeguard corps, we've got our producer, Sandra, working to keep this show as error-free as possible. We have in the background, Trike the Tremendous. Right now, he's catching a good Z's. I'm sure he is all treated out and thinking about how to get those ducats along with Snorty. We have the amazing FKHC 2005 here, and he a joke master extraordinaire. And finally, we have the baddest bear on the internet, the bear beyond compare. We have Snortapoopus Cuber, who also says, me here's a baby human.
Yes, there's a baby human running around our place. Still, probably be doing that for a little while longer.
Ah, okay.
And it'll be a toddling human.
Uh-oh. Oh, that'll be the fun time. And Sandra says he's a cute little baby human. So, all right. So, all right, we are ready to get started here. As usual, we will do our interviews and we'll do our chat interviewing. Please feel free to put questions out there if you are so inclined, and we'll make sure we read them for Alex to respond. All right. So, Alex, tell us a little bit about what the Awacs is all about, as much as you can.
All right. So the big overarching picture. The Awacs is a radar that you can put really high up in the sky, and it sees a lot further than ground-based. So from there, it's a heavily modified 707. It kind of looks like they grafted a Hostess cupcake onto the top of it. If you've seen the pictures, it kind of does look like it. And that Hostess cupcake thingy is the rotodome, and it spins around, and it's the big radar unit, and it's like any radar, it's looking for stuff in the air. And the physics is pretty simple. Radar is line of sight. So if you're down on the ground, you got a limited line of sight. The Earth will create a shadow that you can't see. But if you can get the radar way up high, you can see a lot further. So that's the idea behind an airborne warning and control system aircraft, or an Awacs.
Okay, and here's a picture of one up here.
And that big black and white thing on the back is the rotodome, aka the Hostess cupcake.
Okay, that's what they call it?
It's a rotodome.
Okay.
For a lot of people, you know, when you say rotodome, they kind of give you this glassy-eyed look like, what? And I say, it looks like a Hostess cupcake. And they're like, oh.
Yeah, actually it does, except the two spines kind of ruin the image. But,
well, for a lot of people, it's enough of an image that it works.
Yeah, true. All right. So, how long did you serve on the Awacs?
I was with the NATO Awacs out of Geilenkirchen from 2014 to 2019.
Okay, so a 5-year tour. What, if I may ask, what did you do before you ended up there? Because to me, that sounds like a dream assignment that you lucked into.
I didn't quite luck into it. I got kicked off at Air Force Base by people who were upset that I got promoted. So, yeah, but prior to that, even while I was on the Awacs, I was a career enlisted aviator with the United States Air Force.
Okay. Oh, so you've always been an enlisted aviator in your career.
I cross-trained over from ground comm.
Okay.
Early on in my career, but then most of it was an enlisted aviator.
Oh, okay. All right. And hello, Fez Forever. Okay. And you did 20 years, correct?
Retired after 20 years.
Okay. As a master sergeant.
Correct.
Okay. So the um so the you were able to get into the NATO AWACS community. How many aircraft do they have there?
I don't know now. At one point when I was there, they had 14, then they retired one, and then they retired a few more after I left.
14, that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's Cold War numbers, though.
Yeah, that's true. Before the big peace dividend.
They bought them in the 70s, so they've been around quite a while.
Yeah. Let's see if I remember right, because I was nowhere near the AWACS community when I was in, but I've heard enough stories that you had first the Air Force, and those were in Tinker, and probably still in Tinker.
At Tinker, still at Tinker. Yep. I managed to avoid that.
They also were at Kadena, if I remember right.
As to other places, they've got them. Not sure. I mean, it's an airplane. You can always just fly it anywhere. There's an airfield and operate it.
So but the actual owners are the NATO one, the Saudis, and the Air Force.
So the French and the Brits have some E3s as well.
Oh, okay.
And then there are other types of airborne warning and control aircraft out there. The Russians have some, the Chinese. A few people have bought the E7 Wedgetail.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard they're trying to get that to replace the E3B.
Yep.
So, okay, now I'll ask some specifics. If you can't tell me, just don't say. What's the crew complement of these planes?
Well, it depends. If you just want to do a front end trainer, you got 2 pilots, a flight engineer, and good to go.
Okay.
Otherwise, I mean, we could fly upwards of 20 people on them, and then augmented crew. We could go even more. Just there is a crew rest area in the back, so they could kick around there until they were needed.
Okay. So you've got the radar the surveillance people, the battle management people, and obviously crew complement or communications.
Yep.
Okay. So the crew size can be tailored per the mission.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Now this particular one here, this Air Force One, looks like it doesn't have the turbofans.
So those are technically turbofans.
Oh, okay.
They're TF-33s, the same as are currently on the B-52.
Okay.
So they're 1950s technology with a 1960s fan upgrade, still producing gobs of smoke and noise.
Now, when you guys go up, if say that you're on an actual mission, do they have fighter escorts, or are you alone, or when you go up on your missions?
It's really going to depend on what the mission is.
Mm-hmm.
When I was with NATO, we were doing a lot of just surveillance taskings, where we were far enough behind that we weren't really in any immediate threat, so no escort.
Okay. Tim, I'll show you these. Okay, FKHC 2005. He sent some other pictures of the other photos of the other countries. So I think I will share those. Okay, as soon as I can get this going here. All right, there's.
That one's British.
Okay. This might be the one from Chile.
No.
French? Oh.
That I can't quite see with the size of it from my screen, but
It says Armée de l'air. Yeah,
that's French.
That's French.
Yep.
Fuerza. Okay, this is the Chile one. Fuerza Area de Chile.
Do they buy the old British ones?
I don't know. And then there's the Saudi one. I know this caused a controversy back in the 80s. They didn't want to sell the Saudis one.
Well, they have them.
Yeah, they have it. So, now tell us about the cup. Okay, so the cupcake is this big radome.
Yeah.
That can look both directions, up in the sky and down on the ground.
It's not a ground radar. It's only looking for airborne.
Oh, okay. Okay. But it goes both above and below.
Correct.
Okay. Hello, Phantom Outsider. Okay. So and I think I've asked you this before when we were talking about it outside of the chat. Is there a lot of danger of the crew getting microwaved with that beast up on
the crew? Top? No.
Okay.
And I know why. And I'll tell you a fun little story.
Okay.
So one time we took it out to the far side of the airfield to do a ground radar test.
Okay.
And we turned on the radar, and you're not supposed to be anywhere near that when it's transmitting. And about 100 yards out, some bird decided it was going to take off from the field.
Uh-oh.
And it got maybe 20 feet off the ground and just immediately stopped in its tracks and fell straight down. So the radar beam hit it, and that fast cooked it.
Oh.
So if it cooks a bird that fast, I think we'd kind of know pretty quick as we were getting warm up there.
But I'm sure there is enough safeguards that prevent crews from getting.
Yeah. But that's not to say if you don't get close. I mean, if the Russians ever wanted to come intercept us and get close like they do on some stuff, yeah, we'd be happy to. But we'd leave the radar on. Just make sure you have a tinfoil cod piece there, comrade.
Oh, I bet you there's been some instances of the bear taking a look at or trying to take a look at the bird. Asked and answered.
I don't know of any. I really
Oh, okay.
don't.
Okay.
Because when I was flying with NATO, we usually stayed pretty far into NATO territory.
Hmm.
So if the Russians were going to come intercept us, it'd already be a bad day. And it'd
Yeah,
be well over a number of borders they shouldn't.
true. True. Um, so you were there. You obviously were there after the end of the Cold War, but
Correct.
I'm sure that NATO bird was quite busy with all the other crises that were going on.
Yeah, we did a lot of just watching the borders for everything that popped up.
Okay. So, including the new German borders, so you were able to go
Yeah,
close to Poland, or well, even overfly Poland, because if I remember right, they're part of NATO.
they are part of NATO, and occasionally they would take the aircraft to air shows in Poland.
Okay.
I never got to do any air shows. I wasn't part of that cool crowd. But, when there were air shows in various NATO countries, they would occasionally get invited.
Okay. Yeah,
Usually that meant the host nation, they piled together a crew and all of them went. So us Americans are like, but we never get invited to U.S. air shows.
Well, there aren't that many. There aren't that many U.S. Air Force air bases left in NATO. One of which was my old stomping ground, Spangdahlem. So, okay. So on as the crew complement, obviously because it is a NATO aircraft, it's going to be mostly NATO members.
All NATO members.
All NATO members. So,
all NATO members.
Okay. Okay, let me rephrase the question. What's the ratio between American and foreign nationals on the crew?
So it's going to mix up depending on what you need for the crew, positions, and who's available. But the E3A component has a semi-fixed mixture of how many from each nation are there.
Okay.
In various slots.
All right. So, but there will be at least one or two Americans on board the aircraft.
It's possible there wouldn't be any just by the nature of how crew scheduling goes, but highly unlikely. And you're almost never going to not have a German because they made up a big chunk of the component as well.
Okay. Well, it is there. Yeah, Geilenkirchen is in Germany. So it's not like a B-50 crew where you've got these 5 people are going to be the crew forever and ever until
no,
they're not. They pile a bunch of people in the airplane.
Yeah,
based on availability.
Yep.
Okay.
The only time you'd get the same crew is if you went TDY.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think there's a lot of questions out there, so I think we will probably start asking questions, and then if I think of something, I will ask. Let's see. Hit up. Sandra asked the most important question. What's the baby human's favorite cookie?
He's not quite solid cookies yet,
Okay.
but he will steal chocolate from us.
Oh, okay. And what's your favorite cookie? I think I've asked that. What is your favorite
I'm
cookie?
very partial to a nice soft oatmeal raisin.
Oh, nom. Nom. Okay. Okay. Yes, oatmeal raisins. Nom. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going through the question. Please ask your questions. All right. Sandra says, I'm sure there's no soft, creamy filling in that cupcake. No.
No.
Don't be a bird don't be a bird going over there, because I think the bird will end up as a fricassee. I wonder how irradiated bird would taste.
It's like a microwave. And it's also going to depend on what kind of bird.
Okay. FKHC 2005 says, I'm partial to the Lockheed EC-121 Warning Star. That was in Vietnam era, if I remember right.
Yeah, the old super connies.
Yeah. And we've answered the question about the cookie on the top of the plane.
It's more a Hostess cupcake, as said.
Yeah. I like that. I like that terminology, especially with the big white stripe in the center.
Yeah. As said, it's the best visual I can give anybody, and they'll immediately catch on.
Okay. And Snorter Pooper says, as always, for our veterans, thank you for your service. Yes, thank you for your service. Okay. Okay. All right. Fez says, pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, technicians, IT department, communications, cookie wrangler, co-cookie wrangler. Fez, you got a one-track mind.
So we did have a galley on board, and we could make cookies in flight.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
I bet you those are good cookies, too. In-flight cookies are the best. Just saying. Okay. Let's see. It's a good thing Snort doesn't react to French stuff like Gomez Adam does. Let's see. Oh, okay. Are the planes... Well, I think we've answered this. Are the planes properly insulated against the radiation these things must produce?
I don't know, but I didn't ever get a warm, tingly feeling like sticking my hand in the microwave. So
true. And you have a kid.
And I have a kid, yeah.
Yeah. And we've answered this one. Now the crew compartment's obviously pressurized. It's not like a 135 where you've just got open space all the way.
Well, even that's still pressurized.
Yeah, true. But yeah, the 135 is just the big open.
Yep.
So you've got a crew compartment with all the radar equipment, all the beeps and squeaks.
Yep. Just as long as nobody hits it with any raspberry jam.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah, we discussed this. Don't stand next to it when it's on.
No,
I'm sure they have Well, you said that they have rules
They have rules, they have interlocks. You actually have to do a lot of work to get the radar to fire up on the ground.
Okay. Snort says, Comrade, our goose is cooked. The goose isn't the only thing being cooked. Do they do radiation experiments on the back half of those planes when the main radar is on?
I don't know of any experiments ever being conducted on radiation.
Okay. Now, do they have crew chiefs on board in flight, or is it just the
No.
flight engineer?
It's just the flight engineer.
Okay. Are there AWACS challenge coins?
So this is not specifically from the Awacs squadrons or one of them I was with, but there are. This is from Geilenkirchen NATO Air Base, and it's got the flags of the 3 countries around GK, the Belgian flag, the Dutch, and the German flag, and a little NATO star where we were. And it's actually my honor guard coin.
Oh, you were in the honor guard?
I was the NCOIC of the Geilenkirchen Honor Guard for
Nice.
most of my time there.
Nice.
And I still carry it with me.
Oh, okay.
But there are other ones. There's all sorts of stuff. I think I've got a bottle opener one from NATO and a few others, but,
Okay.
I'd have to go find them and dig them out.
Okay. This is a good question. How is language handled between NATO nation crews? All English or French or other?
So the official language of NATO is the King's English, including the spellings, which drives a lot of Americans nuts. His tire suddenly has a Y in it and things like that.
Okay.
But between members of one nation, a lot of cases like the Germans, they chat in German. So didn't hurt to know a smattering of other languages to at least get an idea of when they're throwing insults your way.
But when they talk on the radio, it's probably English.
It is English.
Because that's also the language of ICAO.
It is the language of ICAO, and additionally, since the Awacs is considered kind of an air traffic control setup, they have voice recorders, just like ATC. And yes, we could give you a number to call.
You've just broken our airspace. Call this number. And I bet you've done that a few times.
I haven't. I wasn't one of the people that did that. That's the controllers. I wasn't one of them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Snorter Poopa says, I think the Awacs was the inspiration for the Nebula class starship in Star Trek. Could be. Good looking planes, but they need polar bear nose art.
I hate to say it, but NATO's not going to do nose art. You couldn't get all those countries to agree on something like that.
That's true. What? So when it cooks the bird, when the bird is cooked, when the plane goes, does the plane go ding? No, it sounded like the bird just plonk.
Sorry, it wasn't inside the oven, so we didn't know. But the oven went ding.
Ah.
We had timers on the oven.
Yeah. I bet you those were pretty nice galleys.
It was. Because with NATO, unlike the US, they had an arrangement where the crew always got fed in flight with meals.
Mm-hmm.
So we always had a nice selection. They had a good menu. And the galley was often used.
Yeah. Cool. No box lunches like in the US.
Oh, no. These were to NATO standards for food. So when you see those things, I'm just going to ruin it for you, but salmon was on the menu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Salmon.
And depending on where you went, TDY,
yeah,
you could get some of local specialties too.
No, nice. Nice. I notice how it always gets to food. So if there came a Thanksgiving and for some reason they had frozen turkeys but no ovens, how long would it take the plane to cook 30 turkeys?
I have no idea. Because one, I haven't got the arm strength to throw a frozen turkey that high in the air, hoping to catch it in the radar beam.
Ah, okay.
I mean, really, if we've got that, we're going to go someplace nice because we're NATO. It's going to be even better in the US. And if we haven't got ovens, we're going to grill them.
Good point.
We'll make it happen.
Good point. You probably have a barbecue grill in the crew rest compartment hiding there or in the cargo compartment ready to break out as necessary.
Nah. All the places we went, TDY already had them in location.
Good point. Good point. Fez Forever says, ooh, cool challenge coin. And FKHC says, Color, L-O-R, is not color, L-O-U-R.
But if you're writing to NATO standards, you got to have the U.
Yeah. And Snort says, most ATC is done in English, and that is true.
I will tell you, we overheard a number of times where German airlines were talking to German ground ATC in German.
Mm-hmm.
You know, They can do it.
Yep. Now, was the unit like one squadron, two squadrons?
So when I was there were 3 flying squadrons plus a training squadron.
Mm-hmm.
And then we closed one of the flying squadrons down in a reorganization.
Okay. So you had so they didn't train in Oklahoma. They trained.
No.
They were able to train in
at Geilenkirchen.
In Geilenkirchen. Okay. Buzz the control tower and turn the commander soup into steam.
Not going to happen. So if we were going for aerial refueling or going into land, there were certain altitudes and distances we had to turn the radar off.
Okay. And definitely during air refueling too. I mean, is the radar on during it's not on during refueling, right?
No. And in fact, we had to turn it off miles away from the tanker.
Okay. Dinner at Awacs.
It was actually the restaurant was called the Rotodome on GK.
Oh, nice. The Rotodome. Frozen turkeys launched by Pudgy Bunny Friends. Let's see. Oh, Snort, that's a very good one. My variation on the cookie question. What's your favorite European beer?
Fru Kolsch.
Fru Kolsch? Never heard that one. Where's that?
So it is from Köln in Germany, or Cologne.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just quite enjoyable. Yeah, there's a lot of options here. That's how you spell it.
Okay, let's.
So you can throw that in because it's got a couple of umlauts.
Okay. I'm a Bitburger person.
Yeah, that's kind of like the German piss water. Sorry.
Oh, that's harsh.
What? It kind of is. I mean, get out there and explore a little, you know?
Well.
But, I mean, when you're at Spangalm and Bitburg is right there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And there's the name of the beer, Snort. Fru Kolsch. Tim's laughing German.
I mean, yeah, you could find Bitburger like in most of Western Germany and the northern parts. It was just everywhere. But, you know, try the local stuff because almost every town had their own stuff. Yes, the Trappist beers are definitely good, and we could get them quite easily, being close to Belgium.
Snort says, I like a Belgian Westmalle triple. How about this? What's your favorite wine? What region gives you the best wine, in your opinion?
So more of a sweet wine. So we like a good sweet Riesling or some of the Italian ones.
Okay. So
as to any individual winery, wasn't too enamored with anything. I mean, we just kept trying different wineries. There are so many.
Yeah. I didn't try a lot of the Rhine wines, especially when we were there. There was the big antifreeze scandal that the wines were starting to get contaminated by antifreeze. So and the Moselle was like right next to us. So we kind of fell in love with Moselle wine.
Well, I mean, Moselle is a region. We went to a couple of wine fests out there. I mean, it's very interesting. The first one we went to, we're just like kicking around watching, and all the floats are coming by, and every individual winery is like giving out free samples. And suddenly we're like, we didn't bring a mug. That was just tragic.
Yeah.
We didn't make that mistake ever again.
You get the little wine glass that you hang off your neck, and
you're
good to go.
Yeah, we picked one of those up after the parade.
And, of course, you got to be ready to do it on a Volksmarch. Did you do Volksmarches?
No.
You didn't do Volksmarch?
Those are more of a Ardennes Southern thing. Geilenkirchen. So we left Nebraska. It's flat. It's cornfields. We flew into Dusseldorf, Germany. We're thinking, Black Forest, hills. No, it's flat. It's cornfield. We're like, what the heck? We're looking at the map, and it's like, oh, yeah, we're on the border with the Netherlands and the Low Countries. It's flat.
Oh, man.
So kind of a little bit of a letdown, but it still was a great time in Germany.
Yeah. And of course, you got to see Amsterdam, Luxembourg, etc., etc.
I think we did like 20 some countries in our time there. Yeah.
Nice. It's really easy when you can just drive through the various borders.
And there's no border controls. That was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. You didn't have to have the little printout of the orders letting you cross borders, or did they discontinue that?
No. It was open border Schengen region when we were there.
Okay. Yeah, we had to have this is dating me. We had to have the little European command thing saying, yeah, you can go driving across the borders.
So, funny thing about Geilenkirchen NATO Air Base,
Mm-hmm.
the west base fence is the German-Dutch border. Our commissary was in the Netherlands. So, it wasn't hard to be crossing national borders daily at times.
Yeah. Snort. My favorite wine is "You Never Take Me Out to Dinner Anymore."
Would you like some cheese with your wine, monsieur?
You're old, yes. Yes. Let's see. So you was the base commander was the base commander a German or
it swapped back and forth between a German or an American.
Okay. And that's probably the same with each squadron?
No. Each squadron was assigned a different national commander. Mm-hmm. So, like Squadron 1 for Flying Squadron was a U.S. commander. Squadron 2 was a Spanish commander. And then Squadron 3 was Canadian.
Okay.
And then the training squadron was German, and some of the support squadrons and units had different people.
Okay. So definitely a truly multinational entity.
Yeah.
So during your time there, did you do a lot of TDYs, say, in the Central Command area, or?
Nope. We stayed in NATO.
You stayed in NATO, okay. Okay. So NATO wasn't allowed to cross commands, or they chose not to cross commands?
By the time I got to NATO, they had pulled out of their Afghanistan mission.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't any other interesting activities, I would say, for them to be going to. So we just stayed around the NATO countries.
Okay. Well, still, there's you can go to Norway and
went to Norway a few times. A lot of time spent in Turkey. Went to Italy, Greece, Spain.
Okay. Let's see. Did you ever find yourself walking with your buddies in a European country and suddenly figure that you're in an area that is not where you should be? Red light, dive bar, gang district?
So you wind up in some of those Eastern European countries, and there are definitely neighborhoods that they're not off limits, but you kind of get that feeling, yeah, you shouldn't be there. And then just start out by trying to look local. Don't look like, you're a just American tourist. If you blend in and you and your buddies look like you're badder and meaner than everybody else, they don't mess with you.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's kind of hard with haircuts and no beards.
Well, you got to remember, that's only the Americans. The Germans had,
The beards.
they could have beards. They had to be nicely trimmed. They could have more hair. A lot of us in NATO did not do, the close cropped, high and tight haircut. We let it grow out a little more to blend in.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it wasn't lax, but
you still had to follow the rags, but they understood that if you didn't, have that just absolute crazy haircut, it was fine.
Okay.
And then, the other nations, they could have beards, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it presented a totally different image. And it doesn't hurt when you're walking down the street and, two Germans are talking auf Deutsch. I mean, they just immediately assume everybody there is German.
Mm-hmm. True. Okay, here's a question. On the enlisted side of the crews, were they usually all NCOs because or were they draftees, or did they discontinue?
NATO has a funky rank structure.
Okay.
Where they do OR and then 1 through 9.
Uh-huh.
So to come to NATO, you had to be at least an OR 5, which is the equivalent of an E5 in the U.S. military.
Okay.
So you didn't have somebody who just got out of basic training showing up at NATO for any nation.
Okay. Okay, so to be a crew on the Awacs, you had to be an E5 equivalent.
To go to NATO Air Base Geilenkirchen, you had to be an E5. Period. Okay. Some of the German support staff on the ground side could be OR1, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But for every other nation, no.
Okay. That is interesting. Because when I was in Italy, a lot of the people were conscripts. I saw very few NCOs, but I didn't go too much on the Italian side. Let's see. Snort says, I knew a guy in the 82nd Airborne who told me he wandered into a pub near Aldershot that was definitely a British Army place. Americans were not welcome.
Well, and snap a quick salute. Turn around, GTFO, mate.
Yeah, true. How was the on base cantina? Was it?
I mean, the bar there was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
It was a little small setup, but it did well.
Was it an open mess or
so there wasn't a true officers or enlisted club.
Okay.
There was a bar, and it kind of functioned for everybody. You'd have your enlisted and your officer cliques there, but it was open to all.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
And the base did host a nice Oktoberfest in one of the hangars every year.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. There was definitely that.
And families could accompany you.
Yes, they could.
Okay.
Especially to Oktoberfest.
No,
they'd sell tickets to the locals too. It was more for the locals, but they could get them.
Okay. Now, dependents to come and be with you there, that was totally allowed. You didn't need to get command sponsorship to bring your wife.
No.
Okay.
So you could just, your family was allowed. Nobody was going to stop that. That would have made it a hard time for anybody to make it work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, the days were different from when I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed command sponsorship to bring my ex.
Well, we still had to have command sponsorship, but it was pretty much an automatic grant.
Ah, okay.
So.
Oh, what's this? Okay. Whoa, look at that pretzel.
That's the base Oktoberfest in 2018.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
Sanders says the attitude was that if they wanted you to have a family, they would issue one.
Yeah, that's the Army. I was Air Force.
Oh, don't get her started. We used to get the pretzels all the time when we lived in Germany.
– Pretzels are good.
Mm. Did you ever have
Apfeltosh? And I mean, those were, take a donut and fill it with like chunky applesauce and warm it up. Oh, those were wonderful.
That's what I. Did you ever have Schwenkbraten? The pork steak. The pork steak.
Are we talking like schnitzel? Or?
No, it was called Schwenkbraten. It was a pork steak that they usually put on a grill. I think it was a regional thing in the
because usually brats were, like almost big hot dogs.
No,
I can't. Then no, I don't think so. I've plenty of types of schnitzel.
Yeah, let me go to Wikipedia. Let's see. Okay. I think they're calling. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. The Schwenk is the style of barbecue. Let's see. Hello, Hello, Maria T. with Telly, or T. Telly with Maria. How are you? And yeah, she likes the pretzel. Did you ever make it down to Munich?
Yes. Even went to the Hofbrauhaus.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Sadly, we never went down to Munich. We went everywhere else. We just didn't do Munich was just something we couldn't quite make. But we did a lot of other places.
So, Hofbrauhaus, München.
Oh, yeah. famous site of the Bierhaar Push.
Yeah, we went there more for the beer and to say we'd been there for that side, not any of that history.
You ever make it to Luxembourg?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We went to Patton's Tomb,
Oh, okay.
Luxembourg City, all those fun things. Yeah.
We actually did the Le Mans race.
Never got to do that one.
That's
as much as I liked it. I went to like Spa, did other stuff, but that one never happened. Regretfully.
Yes, and we did the obligatory trip to Paris.
To where?
Paris.
We didn't bother. We did Normandy.
Oh yeah.
But yep.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm looking through my photos because I've got kind of a best of, but there's Luxembourg American Cemetery, Patton's grave.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. So, yep. That's the one thing we didn't see when we went to Luxembourg. And Luxembourg's an amazing city.
Yeah. I mean, we had a great time in Luxembourg. Most of the time we stayed more in the northern part of the country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the city's it's more expensive. And we found, we could stay outside the city and, even just being 30-minute drive away was still pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. Did you make it down to Ramstein at all, or did you?
Oh, plenty of times.
Oh, okay.
The only good thing about Ramstein was Chili's would allow us American amounts of ketchup. That is to say, the entire bottle. So I would have fries with my ketchup instead of ketchup with my fries.
Oh, you didn't use mayonnaise on your fries?
Look, even then, everybody in Europe was stingy with the condiments.
Oh, dear. What's this? Yeah, I gotta figure this out. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. So what other interesting things can you tell us about the Awacs that we haven't discussed?
I mean, it's as mentioned, heavily modified Boeing 707 airliner.
Mm-hmm.
So, old 4 engines, not much thrust in them. Yeah, I mean,
did they use did they modify the crew compartments from the original setup, or was it basically a 135 that they just plopped?
No, they were purpose-built 707s. They had an interior, had been redone multiple times. Maintenance on them was really good. I mean, the interiors were not falling apart. We didn't cancel often. I mean, they were kept up quite nicely. So that was good for us.
Okay. So you're apt. So you were pretty good at keeping your mission capable rate.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
We had enough aircraft. We had the maintenance staff. The Germans had been there for ages working on them, so they knew exactly what they needed to do to fix the aircraft most times.
Okay.
It was hard to find something they hadn't seen before.
So they've been around pretty much during the mid 80s.
A lot of the Germans, because the European militaries are structured differently, you pretty much have to go till you're 60 to get the retirement for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the German maintainers, when they started in their 20s or 30s, they were still there.
Okay. As opposed to us who can retire at 20.
And every 4 years, we need to send you to a new assignment, different airframe, so you can forget all that experience.
How many? Okay, let me ask you. How many different airframes did you fly?
As actual mission crew in the Air Force?
Yeah, because you said you were a major.
E3s, E4s, RC-135s.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
if we're putting together a Lego Awacs, it's not terribly difficult after the first one.
Okay. Yeah. Snort's asking, how hard was it to put together? Oh, wow. Hold on.
So, of course, yes, I would have one.
Of course you did.
And since I served in NATO, it's got the little round bit for the Luxembourg Lion, which, as a fun fact, Luxembourg does not have an air force, but all of the NATO AWACSs are registered in Luxembourg.
Okay.
So all the tail codes are Luxembourg, and they fly with the Luxembourg Red Lion on the tail.
Is there a particular reason for that?
Because Luxembourg doesn't have an air force.
Oh.
And so that's how, when they were generating everything, they did all the politics.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
FKHC is asking about a B-52.
B-52 is downstairs.
Oh, okay. But you can go on his Facebook page. In fact, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way.
And there are B-52s.
Okay. Okay, here is his Facebook site. I like this CD that comes up like right up when you first I like that CD that just pops up right when you open up the site. And there we go, guys. There we go.
And then looking for the B-52s, I sent a picture if you want to throw it up as well.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's get out of that one. Oh, the old Southeast
Asia camo.
That looks like a D. The tail looks
like a D. It is a high-tailed D with the black belly.
With the black belly. And then, of course, the standard one right now, the standard H.
Correct.
Okay. Nice. Snort says, Devil Ray, never heard of it. Let's see. Oh, there's the little human.
Yep.
Let's see.
I think it's but I'm gonna grab them. All right.
And there's the little human.
Human, little, one.
There's Cessna and a Bonanza.
It's supposed to be a Piper Cherokee or Archer.
Okay. Okay, I don't think you made these.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's something else. Yeah.
Okay. Cobra Ball. RC 135.
Amen.
Snortopoopas waves a paw at the baby human. And everybody's waving at the baby human. Let's see. FKHC asks, will you be going to any conventions this year?
Just have to see. Regretfully, little one takes a lot of time.
Oh, I think he took it. I think he took offense to that. I think he took offense to that. That SR-71 up there, that looks amazing. Let's see. I don't think we've seen that one.
It's been there for some time. I built the first one back when I was in Europe.
Uh-huh.
I've made a couple of them for people.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So I think if there's no more questions out there, we will probably go to show notes.
It's time for show notes. It's time for show notes. Yeah, with Mr. Reagan and Sandra too. It's time for show notes. We're bringing it on. It's time for show notes. You've all been warned. It's time for show notes.
Okay, show notes. Let's see. Go to my calendar. First off, Snortopoopas says, take care, every human, dolphin, doggo, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and yak. TM, a wholly owned subsidiary of the DolphinWars.com. And he says, very interesting show and great Lego creations. Yes. Check out Brick Plania if you are interested any airplane. If you want an airplane model made, I'm sure he will do it for you.
Always available to make aircraft, militaria, and fire apparatus.
All right. Oh, and he has an airport that he's going to put on display next week. Sadly, it was too late for this show, but I will probably take a video of it and put it on a short afterwards. So I'm looking forward to seeing that airport. I've heard so many stories about it. Let's see. So a week from today, we're going to have our Madman 1. He will come on and talk to us about what he does on his channel. On the 18th, we're going to have Christy Miller. She's going to show us her diamond painting creations. That's going to be fun. On the 25th, we're going to have Comic Relief Crusaders birthday show here. And on Saturday, this Saturday, the 7th, it's episode 444. So we're going to have a theme show, and the theme is going to be the Fantastic Four. So don't miss it. We will talk all Fantastic Four on that day. So that is it. Now, also, Alex is an author as well. We've had his book on. Tell us a quick about your book.
So, in my book, The Black Widows, it is a story where the F-23 has been put into low-rate production and is run out of a top-secret base in the middle of nowhere, Montana. And from there, they react to worldwide threats. And in the first one, it is a crisis in the Middle East. And if we can get enough sales on that book, we will get the second book into production as well.
Okay, cool. And Tim, our amazing meme master, discovered this picture. And I will be glad to share this. I like the logo on your shirt.
Oh, yes. So that was for a little convention that we put together at Geilenkirchen with the local community and stuff. And I was displaying my aircraft and kind of cobbled together a classic spaceman Lego figure outfit to wear for it.
Ah, nice. Nice. Oh, man. Those are beautiful pictures and planes and fire trucks. Nice. All right. So he says episode 666 should be a devil of a show. If I last that long. Okay. Oh, and we must see the yak per Snorta Pupus. And here it is. There's the yak. Thank you, Snort.
Yakety yak.
Yakety yak. Wonder if that's Everest in the background. Okay. And once again, here's the Facebook site for Brick Plania. If you want to check out, reach out to him if you want a particular Lego design. And Snort says, not to be confused with a Yak 9. Well, true. So, yeah, check out Brick Plania if you are so inclined to get a Lego model of an airplane, and he will be happy to make them for you. Okay, so let me thank everybody who is here, who came to visit. We had John the Beagle Dad. Thank you for being here, sir. We had Maria with Tea and Telly. We had the great Phantom Outsider. And that was all our guests. And then our lifeguard corps. We had our producer, Sandra, hard at work back there. We had Trike, the Tremendous, the Wonder Dog. We had Fez Forever, FKHC 2005. We had the Magnificent Legatus Legionii. And, of course, we had our own Snorter Poopas Q-Bar. Rather regal looking there, buddy. Rather regal. And get this, King Dolphin TV in color. All right. Well, Alex, thank you for being here. It was a great show. It was a pleasure having you.
Of course, anytime. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Stick around after when we go in the back room. But yes, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Alex, for talking about this. Hopefully, we can find more military aviators or aircrew that can talk about the various airframes that they have flown. I'm hoping that this series will work. I'm not going to say that. I don't want to go back to the pit. So, everybody, take care. Be safe. See you for a Fantastic Four Day. And have a good night.